अरे समझ ही ना आवे कुछ।
हम तुमको बताइए हैं, बोले हैं
रिवर्स गियर मारना है।
यस के द हाउस ऑफ द वाइट
था।
ओहो स्पॉट मिस कर दिया, इधर लगा दो कहीं पे।
कर रहे हैं। There's a sticker there that says stoned by nature.
Sorry?
There's a sticker there that says stoned by nature.
Wait, here?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't read it.
मैंने कहा हाँ जी स्टोन दिया by nature ही।
नेचर राजेश जी,
अबे किसी आदमी ने लगा दिया होगा यहाँ पे।
राजा जी स्टाइल।
वीडियो पैडी ना पड़ जाए, बता दो पैडी ना पड़े।
चल भाई
सेकंड ले लो बीच से।
बच्चे हो रही है।
पसा
ये ऊपर था
पैंट नहीं फाड़नी, कोई और फाड़ना।
America, the land of opportunity for corporations, built on the backs of slaves and countless genocides around the globe. This country is none like any other. Whether it's the greatest country in the world is up for political debate, but for travelers, this is hands down the greatest country for road trips. In my 8 years in the US, I've explored 42 states, had more than 300,000 miles of road trips, and countless unforgettable experiences. Now, I'll be sharing with you one of the longest and most exciting road trips across the country. A full loop from coast to coast and back, with more than a month on the road. An experience that will take us through some of the most incredible landscapes and cities in the world. Join the Khanabadosh Boys as we travel from one of the largest supervolcanoes to the deepest canyons on Earth. From bustling cities to roaring waterfalls and desolate peaks. From alpine lakes to the most iconic coastlines in the world. Subscribe and become a member of our community of travel enthusiasts, our Khanabadosh Kafila, and tag along for a journey of a lifetime. The Great American Road Trip. We're on a coast-to-coast road trip across the US, and we're finally halfway through our journey. We started from the west coast and made it all the way to the east coast, going through the southern states. This morning we left Shenandoah National Park and made our way to Washington, D.C. At this point in the road trip, the FJ needs an oil change and service, so we've stopped at a Valvoline, or whatever the fuck it's called, in D.C.
We are 94 with that 10 hours.
Okay. Since we've both seen DC before, we didn't add exploring it to our itinerary, but we decided to drive around a bit to get a vibe of the city. DC and Boston are the only two cities I enjoy visiting on the Upper East Coast. Oh ho ho ho, वो देखें सर. Cheema nor I have seen the White House before, so we tried to drive by it, but unfortunately, you can't see it from the road, and we just don't have the time to stop.
लेफ्ट पे तो वो विजिटर सेंटर है, राइट पे होगा शायद। लेफ्ट पे होगा और राइट पे विजिटर सेंटर। किधर है? आज नहीं रहा यार, ये वाइट है कि बैग नहीं है? ये तो वाइट नहीं है। वाह जी दिस सेज लेफ्ट ओनली हो जाए।
लेफ्ट ओनली
आजा लेफ्ट ओनली करके देखेंगे अपने सामने वो वाइट हाउस।
देखते हैं ये किधर होता है।
बाकी है ना, वी डोंट नो वेयर इज वाइट हाउस। अरे समझ ही ना आवे कुछ।
हम तुमको बताइए हैं, बोले हैं
रिवर्स गियर मारना है।
यस के द हाउस ऑफ द वाइट
था।
ओहो स्पॉट मिस कर दिया, इधर लगा दो कहीं पे। बड़े दिन
क्यों जी मिस कराएं फिर
We still have an 11-hour journey ahead of us to our friend's house in Lowell, Massachusetts, and we're starting to get hungry. So instead of going to the White House, we decided to pass through Maryland and go to a White Castle in Pennsylvania. West Coast, we decided to try things we didn't have there. The only time we've seen White Castle before now was in Harold and Kumar.
Nice. There's a sticker there that says stoned by nature. There's a sticker there that says stoned by nature.
Wait, here?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't read it.
मैंने कहा हाँ जी स्टोर दिया बाय नेचर ही
नेचर राजा जी
किसी रावी ने लगा दिया हमें यहाँ पे
राजा जी स्टाइल
यस प्लीज
आ गई रोटी
ठीक है चिप्पू सही देने
छोटा सा बर्गर देख रहे हैं आप ये प्राइस देखते हैं 4 भी
Chicken and buffalo.
खाने का दिल नहीं कर
Don't know why all the White Castle locations are in the sketchiest places possible. Anyway, we drove through the night, crossing from Pennsylvania to New York State, not city, then into Vermont for a short while, and then finally into Massachusetts, arriving late at night at the UMass Lowell campus. We'll be here for the next few days, chilling at our friend's house, resting a bit, and exploring the UMass campus and Boston. Since it's been a crazy trip so far, and we've been on the roads for what seemed like forever, today we just have one thing to do: pick up my camera from New Hampshire. I tried getting the camera before the trip started, but the delivery time was well after we'd already been on the road, so I ordered it to my friend's house here. Camera in hand, now we're planning on relaxing and catching up with some friends. Today, the boys are headed into Boston, which is basically a cleaner and less stressful version of New York. I've been to Boston plenty of times, but it's Cheema's first time here, so we're just doing some touristy shit today. With the Quincy market. We're just planning on walking around, buying souvenirs and having some snacks.
बाकी सुनने में आया है ना मतलब बहुत साफ सुथरी जगह होती है
White people during Dandiya is the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. Cultural appropriation at its finest. I'm guessing some white girls had a finding themselves trip to India and came back with whatever the fuck this is here. Anyway, I'll shut up for a second so you guys can get a vibe of this city. So much nicer than New York. Have I said that before? I feel like it isn't said enough. New York sucks.
यार आइसक्रीम लेने का दिल कर रहा है।
आइसक्रीम
वो समोसे लेने हैं। देखें चीमा जी। आए चीमा जी बैठे इसमें।
एक्स्ट्रा लंबे लोगों के लिए सरप्राइज की आप लोग नहीं आए।
ये चीज आगे टीवी लगाएं हैं चीमा जी।
टीवी लगा हुआ है।
Before we head back up to UMass, we had to try Shake Shack here. I'd heard lots about it, and the boys needed dinner, so here we are. Let me just say, this shit was cold. Maybe because we'd worked up an appetite walking around the city all day, but that definitely hit the spot. Now we're headed back up to UMass, where we're going to spend the next week just resting and partying with the UMass crowd. Can't show most of that because we like to keep things halal here at the Khanabadosh Boys. We'll pick up the trip a week later when we go to New York. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of New York City, but hey, at least it beats everything in Texas.
चल भाई
एक ऊपर था
पैंट नहीं फाड़नी, कोई और फाड़ना है।